You slept 8 full hours last night. You had your coffee. And yet, by 2 in the afternoon, your brain feels like it's wrapped in wet cotton. Heavy eyes, zero focus. You're already eyeing a second energy drink just to make it through the day. Here's the thing. You're not broken. You're not lazy. You're just triggering 4 silent biological traps, probably every single day without realizing it. Today, we're going to break down exactly what those traps are, and more importantly, the simple, low-effort fixes you can start using today to get your energy back. The first killer hits within 30 minutes of you waking up. The moment you open your eyes, your brain starts releasing cortisol. That's the hormone designed to wake you up and flush out adenosine, the chemical that makes you feel foggy and sleepy. But if you reach for coffee the second you wake up, you're short-circuiting the whole thing. Caffeine doesn't destroy adenosine. It just slams the door and tells it to wait. So adenosine keeps building up behind a chemical dam in your brain, quietly, all morning. Then 2 o'clock hits. The caffeine wears off, the dam breaks, and all that stored sleepiness floods your brain at once. The fix? Wait 90 minutes after waking, before your first coffee. While you wait, drink half a liter of water with a small pinch of sea salt. It hydrates your cells instantly and sets you up for clean energy without the crash later. Killer number 2. The gut-brain serotonin leak. About 90% of serotonin, the chemical that controls mood, motivation, and mental clarity, is produced in your digestive tract, not your brain. When your gut bacteria get disrupted by processed food, irregular eating, or chronic stress, serotonin production quietly drops. Your brain gets chemically quieter. Most people walk around in a low serotonin fog, blaming bad sleep or stress, never realizing the signal is coming from their stomach. The fix. Fermented foods like yogurt, kimchi, and kefir introduce live cultures that keep digestion and mood steady. Just 1 small serving a day, a spoonful of plain yogurt, a shot glass of kefir, starts feeding the bacteria that produce your serotonin. Foods high in prebiotics, like garlic, onions, bananas, and oats, nourish those gut bacteria even further, indirectly boosting serotonin production. It doesn't have to be a whole diet overhaul. 1 fermented food daily. That's the entry point. Killer number 3. The CO2 trap. Most people think yawning means you need more oxygen. That's wrong. Yawning is actually your brain trying to dump excess carbon dioxide. Elevated CO2 levels impair brain function, leading to confusion and reduced alertness. When you sit completely still for hours, at a desk, in a meeting, on a couch, CO2 quietly accumulates in your bloodstream. Your brain reads it as a low-level threat. Focus narrows. A creeping mental fatigue sets in. You feel restless and foggy, but can't figure out why. And reaching for coffee doesn't fix it at all. Fix. Breaking up prolonged sitting with short, frequent movement bouts significantly improves attention and reduces fatigue. You don't need a gym. Every 30 minutes, stand up and walk for just 2-3 minutes. Around the room, to the kitchen, outside for a minute. That brief movement flushes CO2 from your bloodstream, increases circulation to your brain, and resets your focus. Killer number 4. Decision fatigue drain. Every decision you make, no matter how tiny, burns the same limited mental fuel. What to eat, which email to open first, what to wear, whether to reply to that message. As your mental energy gets used up, you feel drained, and you're more likely to make impulsive or avoidant choices. By noon, your brain has already made hundreds of micro-decisions, and the decision-making system is running on fumes. That's why your willpower collapses in the afternoon, not weakness, pure biological depletion. The fix: make your most important decisions in the morning, when your mental resources are freshest, and use default systems to simplify everything else. Preset calendar blocks, set meal planning, standardized responses for recurring requests. The night before, decide what you're wearing, what you're eating for breakfast, and what your first task of the day is. Eliminate those 3 decisions before the day even starts, and you protect your peak mental fuel for the things that actually matter.